the first Yotzat of the Rebbe in Chana, in Tavshin Chavov. The Kviyas was the same as in Tavshin Chavhed, the year of her Stalkers. For Chavov Tishrei was Shabbos Shuvah, and the Rebbe went to the Ohel Friday. And we went rather late, and the Rebbe was taking his time, and it seems that he was not in a hurry to leave, and I wasn't going to say anything to him. He had a watch that he knew exactly what time it was. He knew when the Shkia was. He knew when Lichbenschen was, and so he finished his visit to the Yale. It was quite late, and he put his things together, which I usually would help him, and we got into the car. There was about 50 minutes to Lichbenschen, and it seemed that he wasn't in a hurry to leave his mother. And we drove away from the Ohel. We got to the front gate. It was after 5 o'clock. It was locked. The guard, the security people who were there, knew that when the Rebbe is at the Ohel, they should have somebody waiting at the gate before he leaves, and to make sure that the gate would be open for him, which was what happened countless times. But this was Friday, Erev Shabbos. The clock was ticking. It was quite late, and there was no guard. The gate was locked. We couldn't get out. And at that time, there was on Springfield Boulevard, there was a store that sold newspapers and candies, and I knew there was a telephone in there. Public telephone was before cell phones. I climbed over the gate, ran across the street, called the police. I told them that the rabbi is here. We're locked into the cemetery, and it's just a few minutes before the onset of the Sabbath, and we must get to Crown Heights on time. And they said, well, we don't have a key either. Nothing could be done. Got back into the car, drove to the side gate, which is near the Ohel, and with hope maybe that would still be open. No, it was closed. Went back to the front, thinking maybe the guard realized that he missed us. He was not there. On the way back to the side gate, I was praying in my heart that it's the Rebbe, it's Shabbos, it's his first Yortzeit, and I just prayed that something should happen, that we should be able to get out and get back to 770 on time before Lichbenschen. And while I was driving, it just occurred to me that the gate that's closed on the side near the Ohel, like every gate, has hinges. If we can take the hinges out by some means, then the gate would collapse and we could get out. So got up to the gate on the side. I took the lug out of the trunk. That's what you used to change a tire. And I had a screwdriver in the car, and I started taking out the pin from the hinges. Meanwhile, the Rebbe got out of the car and was standing right next to me. I guess he was praying too, but I didn't have the time to concentrate on anything other than getting the hinges out of the pins out of the hinges. And lo and behold, they started easing out. There were 2 or 3 hinges, and when the last pin came out, the gate fell down. The Rebbe helped me pick it up. It was a steel gate, and pulled it to the side so that we could get by. I get back into the car. The Rebbe gets back into the car, and as we're ready to leave, the police pull up right in front of the gate. And thank God there was enough space to get by. I didn't ask him anything. I didn't say a word to them. There wasn't a second to spare. I drove around the police car. I left them standing there, and I drove off to 770. And it was a very interesting trip. And we got to 770, and the Rebbe says to me, Punkt Lichbenschen. He knew what was going on. We were all very, very tense, needless to say. But that was the first Yortzeit of the Rebbe in Chana, Shabbos Shuvah. And on Shabbos, there was a Verbringen, of course, Shabbos Shuvah, and it was the Yortzeit. And the Rebbe says, the Vuz Yudel Krinsky. And he says, give him l'chaim. And they gave me, I think it was a big glass, they gave me l'chaim. And then he said, give him nochemol, vel onem, vel taitnish given dokim Verbringen. So this was the first Yortzeit of Rebbe in Chana.